are back here in Beaufort. We are on Girl Talk, and Miss Danielle has joined us. You're the most interesting background, and you're here today to talk to us about something that's really important. Share with me a little bit about what you're doing.
So the Low Country Area Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Coalition provides free income tax assistance for low to moderate income, elderly, differently abled, and limited English proficient folks in 7 counties.
Okay.
Specifically Beaufort, Jasper, Hampton, Colleton, Allendale, Bamberg, and Barnwell. So
2 questions.
Yes.
Why and how?
Okay.
Okay.
So the why is because in 2008, the IRS did a study of Beaufort County, and they found that taxpayers were leaving about $4 million on the table in unclaimed tax credits. That's a big economic impact for our community. So they got together with the United Way of the Low Country and Together for Beaufort County and said, we have this program that operates nationally. We'd like you to adopt it here. So since 2008, volunteers in those counties that I mentioned,
So almost 10 years.
almost 10 years, have been providing free income tax assistance, and we've served over 14,000 families, and we've had over a $30 million economic impact in that time period.
What is the criteria to be able to take advantage of this?
So low to moderate income, according to the IRS, is about $54,000 gross income per working adult. So it's not a hard and fast, it must be this.
It's a kind of sort of.
It's sort of fluid,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Elderly is 60 and older.
Okay.
And you can meet one
64. I
Yay,
like this.
You're
This
ready.
is so good.
You can come in. And so 60 or older for elderly, differently abled. We're not in the business of conducting assessments. So if you say you have a disability, we'll take your word for it.
So be it. Okay.
And limited English proficient just means that you speak another language besides English at home.
Okay.
And you only have to meet one of those criteria.
Okay. So let's work under the assumption that I do fit into that criteria. What is the actual procedure, and what can I expect to happen?
So we have 15 sites.
All right.
We're open for about 40 hours a week during the duration of tax season at those different locations.
So give me an example of a location just so I would know. Okay.
So just down the street at Beaufort Library, we operate on Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Mondays we're there from 11 to 6, Thursdays we're there from 12:30 to 5. You would come in, you'd sign up, there's a client intake sheet that you would fill out, and then we have a waiting system. You know, we'll tell you, okay, you're third in line, it'll be about this long, you can either leave and come back, or you can stay, and then the volunteers will take you and they'll do your tax return, another volunteer reviews it, and then we e-file it, and you're done.
One of the things I think that I think we all take for granted is that we know what we need to bring when we come to something like that.
Yes.
And as I'm sitting here listening, I'm like, I'm not so sure. What can you share with us that will help expedite everything?
Definitely. So the first thing would be our website, which is vitalowcountry.org.
VITA. Okay. And I'm sure we'll show that. Okay.
So that will provide lots of information about what to bring, where to go. There's an interactive map. You can see, oh, I live here, there's a site here, the hours and the what to brings, who's eligible, all that stuff's available online. We also have big ads in the island packet.
Okay.
So people can bring that. I've seen people cut it out and say, okay, this is what
exactly.
And the basic things are, you know, W-2s, any kind of other income statements, expenses that people may have accumulated over the course of the year. We can itemize. Usually that's not the most advantageous for our clients, but we'll go through it and tell you, okay, if you do standard deduction, it's this. If you itemize, it's this. And we do that kind of counseling with folks.
Got it.
So it's not just tax preparation, but it's also a lot of tax counseling.
I just was going to ask, and some of that I think would be really advantageous, really helpful for the next year.
Right, because we can't assume that everyone in the community has access to an accountant. Right, someone they can just call and say, okay, I got this, what do I do? So the volunteers are available to provide that kind of insight. And we also have a phone number. So if people have a question, even after they've filed their taxes, they can call us. And if I can't answer the question, I connect them with someone who can.
Wow. You know, it's so funny when you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. And that's what we hear all the time, even though this program has been around for over almost 10 years, and we've served that many people, we still have folks all the time who say, you do what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is the kind of thing I love to get out there because, again, it's just something that our community really needs, and we can take advantage of it.
Definitely.
And you look adorable, too.
Oh, thank you.
Stay with us. There's more to come here on Girl Talk.